8 years after President Barack Obama promised to close the Guantánamo Bay detention center, it's still open. Former President George W. Bush opened it in 2002 to hold enemy combatants captured in the global war on terror. President-elect Donald Trump said that he will add to the population and potentially bring back the interrogation techniques that made it infamous, saying torture works while campaigning and later suggesting he's changed his mind. The global war on terror isn't ending, so why the push to close Guantánamo?
The vast majority of those who are there and the vast majority of those who've been released are not individuals who pose a danger to the United States or a threat to U.S. national security, nor have they committed any crimes.
779 men have been detained at Guantánamo. 711 were transferred out, 9 died in custody, 60 remain, 20 of them are cleared for release. 7 still detained are facing charges in a court system created to charge Guantánamo detainees, the military commissions. This could take a while.
In 15 years, the commissions have achieved 8 convictions, almost all by guilty pleas. Half of those convictions have since been invalidated, and all at a cost, by some estimates, of over $1 billion.
It wasn't until 2008 that the Supreme Court granted detainees held at Guantánamo without charges the right to challenge their indefinite detention. The U.S. justifies holding these detainees as enemy combatants under the international law of war, since the U.S. has been at war with al-Qaeda and its associated forces since 2001.
The war against terrorism, the war against a proper noun, is never going to end.
Some of the men held at Guantánamo had been interrogated and tortured by the CIA before arriving, and the abuse continued there. In 2009, the enhanced interrogation techniques were made illegal. The lack of actionable intelligence gathered led the CIA to review its techniques. A 2014 report by the Senate, released to the public in redacted form, revealed that detainees in the CIA program were subjected to waterboarding, extensive sleep deprivation sessions, mock executions, threats to their families, and more.
When the American public learns the full scope of the torture, they will be beyond shocked. They will be absolutely breathtakingly appalled.
No detainees have been added to Guantánamo's population under President Obama. President-elect Trump said he intends to reduce the operating cost of the center from around $445 million annually to peanuts, and load it up with bad dudes. As the battle against the Islamic State group in the War on Terror winds on, a new wave of men captured during it could wind up at Guantánamo.